Excuse me.
Doesn't want to work.
No, don't worry about it then.
All
Never
right.
mind.
Yeah, but what's up?
Councilman Merge just stepped out for a quick second. While he stepped out, I'm going to jump over approval of minutes till I get him back because Councilman McCauley is on vacation and I need him back in here for quorum. Anybody else going to be out of state
I will be at the end of the month, so we have another meeting before that.
after the 24th?
You want to do it now or you do it next?
I'm happy to do it now, just.
That's fine.
Okay.
So I'll be gone, be last week of May. The calendar here, so I get the right dates.
When are you leaving again, Steve?
This weekend. I'll be back on Tuesday.
So you're gone 13, 17? Friday, Tuesday?
May 13th through 17th, okay, CD.
29 through
18th through
9th,
Which that?
May 29, June.
No, yeah,
June 9th.
14th.
14.
You guys do
Through
reports real quick.
13th through 17th.
Huh?
I've got to run this back to the bank.
Okay.
So I'll be back in 5.
We will stretch while you're running to the bank.
14th.
14 through,
14th.
yep, and you're gone 20,
9 through 9.
okay. Oh, so you're gonna miss one in June?
If we hold it on the first week of June, yeah.
We'll go back.
No, that's,
We'll go 7th, June 7th.
June
looks like.
7th. But you can
I could zoom in, yeah.
Zoom.
While we have some time here, I'm gonna chat
Mhm.
and just kind of give folks an update of what's going on. Dogs are what's going on. Dogs on the mind. What's that?
I think we're gonna talk about last week.
And I will come back to that, but dogs are dogs and dogs and dogs. There are more words in the Choteau codes about dogs pertaining to dogs and dog ordinances and dogs things than there are that describe murder in Montana Code Annotated.
Came from Pete Howard.
And we've got to come up with a solution for dogs that does not require City Hall or the government getting involved. Because the minute it happens, we end up angering people, and then friends lose friends because of dogs and stuff. So we get a complaint, get pictures, someone gets a ticket, and the minute that that person's dog steps 2 feet off of their property, the person who got the ticket sent in pictures, wanting to file a complaint against that person's dog because it's no longer controlled or out. We do not have a dog catcher. We do not have a dog person per se, and I guess
Or a dog pound.
or a dog pound or dog
Police
trust
officer.
or things like that. And for us to do that, people, we're looking at $500,000 or $200,000 a year for a building, operation and maintenance, dog catcher truck, a couple of staff, because you can't
Liability.
have one without the other, because 8 to 5, 40 hours a week, taking care of dog problems is not going to happen. So I beg of the community of Choteau to find it in your heart to deal with your neighbors in a kind way when it comes to their pets, whether it's dogs or cats, because we can deal with it this way, but I'll be honest with you, I can break the city, literally break the city fighting dog issues, and people are gonna have to decide what they want to give up. They want dogs taken care of, or they want, city services. So please think about that and be kind to your neighbors when it comes to dogs and that. So Councilman Merja has re-entered the building. Quick, while he's getting to sit down, I want to thank you guys for letting us be gone last week to the Montana Municipal Institute in Helena. Council Deputy Clerk Fraunfelter, Kirk Rogers were there. Both taught classes, both did a wonderful job down there taking care of business and representing Choteau quite well. Learned a lot. It was interesting to be down there. On my part, I did get a chance to teach a class on social media for cities with the clerk from Kalispell. So it was kind of nice to get a chance to meet other folks and see other folks and see what's happening and what's learning throughout Montana. So thank you guys for letting us be out of town. Are you going to be out of state by chance?
No,
Okay, so we will circle back to approval of the minutes from the council meeting of April 29th.
I move they stand approved.
second.
I have a motion from Councilman D and a second from Councilman Merja. Any corrections or additional questions concerning that?
It's a minor thing, we don't need a correction, but it's not Poke Stop, the game is Pokemon Go. That's Councilman Mergen talked about,
Oh,
but it does not need to be corrected because I think people know it.
Nerd speak?
Nerd speak. It's under his reports.
Oh, gotcha.
See, I do read them.
Pokemon, all I know is Pokemon.
oh, I missed that.
Those in favor?
Aye.
I.
Any opposed? We have no unfinished business. New business. Vote on request number 2, wastewater project at Bowen Construction.
Is there a recommendation from staff on this?
It's in the back part,
Okay.
there's several.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No, are there change requests in here, Jody?
No.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so, but
I move we approve pay request number 2 for the WW project.
I have a motion with Councilman D. Someone give me a second, then we can talk about it.
I'll second it.
Okay, and same from Councilman Merja. Construction is going better. Mike seems to, Mike's in better mood, which tells me things are going better. We finally got the highway opened up again. From the first crossing, I guess they will cross it 2 more times before we're said and done.
It's closed again.
What's that?
It's closed again.
Is it?
And
Oh, it's closed again.
then one more time after that.
Okay, we had an issue last week with a sewer line that Bowling Construction is taking care of over on the northeast side of town.
Was it
So
their fault or?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So they cowboyed up and took care of that for us, but things are going better.
Mhm.
We've been meeting weekly. Every Tuesday morning at 10, we've been meeting here and having a chance to chat things out and go from there. Mike normally is the bellwether, which way he's tipping is how I can tell if things are going. And Jody said he smiled this afternoon when he was in. I didn't see Mike at a holiday, so if he was smiling, that means it's a good thing.
This pay request is the last page, Jody, that 150, 115, 59.
No, it's
No,
104.
so it's just that line for Ed Boland?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then also truly there's. And then I pay the 1% to the Department of Revenue. So
Yeah.
1,056 goes to the Department of Revenue, and then 104,623 and will go to Boland. And just on that note, we will be closing the loan for the interim
Interim
financing on the 25th of this month.
Call the question.
Those in favor?
Aye.
You good or you have questions
Still
still?
question.
Go ahead.
Is there retainage on this?
Yes.
Yes,
You're retaining upfront or retaining on each payment?
each payment.
And I don't think, Steve, that Mike did your percentages yet, but he said he would. Okay,
All right.
he'll have it for our reports then. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Pay that bill. Item 2, claims, and there's a ton of them.
Part of the claim number is both.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
we're knee deep in them.
I move approval of the claims.
Second.
Motion from Councilman D and a second from Councilman Howard. I didn't see anything in there that jumped out at me.
No, I was pleased to see that the park bench for Ethel was in there.
They poured the concrete for it, and I believe they're getting that taken.
That's, I
care of.
think, what they were doing with the.
At the mini park?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense now.
So, and they'll be up, and Don had called and said that they were ready and had figured out what they wanted to do, so those guys took care of that.
Call the question.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We will pay the bills. Jen, public comment for anything that's not on the agenda. Got anything? Nothing? Quick, like run through things, Councilman Merja, what's up? You got anything you want to add, other than the fact that you weren't invited to a boss lift today?
Actually, it's funny, I've put out there several times, looking for help for the skate park.
I have a gentleman that wants to talk to you.
He may have already talked to me, as I've had 3 talk to me in the last month, 2 of them in the last week, but let's.
There was a gentleman here Friday that was looking to track you down.
Yep, one of them talked to me. He and his brother-in-law are both skaters, and when
That's
they,
the young man.
yep, when they heard about it, they were super excited. And so we talked skateboards, and I talked funding, and then we actually have somebody here in town who is friends with, and I'm gonna butcher his last name, but Jeff Ammon's mom.
Oh,
And so she was gonna get his phone number for me, she said. So I'm doing the official channels, and then also the
well,
reach
those
out.
fails go to mom.
Yeah, just to reach out and find out, hey, you know, what's up with all this? I did just talk to the skate park project, which is the Tony Hawk Foundation. It's been actually a year since I talked to them, and they're just like, hey, it's been a year, we haven't heard anything from you. Where are you? And I just said, we're still putting stuff together, and they said, okay. So they're gonna call me again in July, and we'll see where we are come July. But their big thing, what they loan money for, or not loan money, grant money for, is to get the process started, so we could even go to somebody like Jeff Ammon's foundation and be like, hey, you know, we got all the beginning legwork, build us a skate park.
Do the next step.
Yeah, so it's coming along slowly, but it is still in the works, and it's exciting that people are starting to come out and be like, hey, no, we want this thing. So,
Momentum is a good thing.
yeah,
Councilman D.
All right, I'll run down as quickly as I can, because first and foremost, visitor center, we are looking for volunteers to help on particularly Mondays and Fridays right now. If there's anyone who's interested in helping out with that. Could be like a 3-4 hour shift in the morning or in the afternoon. Get to visit with folks who are visiting the area and tell them about Choteau, and as long as you're excited about it and willing to talk to folks, we'd love your help. On the note of visitor center, I've done quite a bit of historical archaeology, paperwork archaeology through chamber stuff as we've been cleaning out the visitor center a little bit. And Jody, you are 100% right. There is no black and white paperwork. I hope that's something that between the chamber and the city, we can visit that and put something in writing.
I think we do.
I think we need to clarify expectations, you know, that kind of thing. I'd feel a lot better about that. And so that's something in the future I'd like to look at. On the note of chamber, Flying Bison after hours is this month. That's the 3rd Thursday. I don't have the date in front of me. 19th. We'd love to have you down there in the evening of the 19th. They're reopening and they do some awesome work over there. So that'll be really cool. We have selected a grand marshal. I don't think it's been publicly announced yet, but
Tomorrow's chamber meeting.
that has been selected. And then the Dinosaur Center is open and booking digs, just as a locals kind of thing. It's worth taking the time for a half-day dig. It's a 3-hour thing. It's like $100. You get to learn about paleontology and dinosaurs and how to identify fossils and all that kind of stuff. If you have never been up there, head up to Bynum and check out the Dinosaur Center. If you have time this summer, book a dig. It's a pretty cool experience.
is Corey's tagline still, it's more than just licking rocks?
No.
Okay.
He's nodding. He's on.
Oh, I forgot Corey was on it.
Yeah.
Corey's on.
He just liked licking rocks. I don't know.
Yeah. Now he's on the phone.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Councilman Howard.
Work on the swimming pool started like last week.
Mhm.
Cleaned up grounds, boiler, the new boiler got set today. The old one was demoed and the new one was set. It'll be probably a week before we get it finished. And then there's gonna be some work done on the solar panels this year too.
Do you know, have they made mention when they're supposed to open?
They're filling it next week.
Yeah. Sure, and it's scrubbed
I'm
up.
asking the plumber who's working on it.
It's usually the first, well, school's out early this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, they, Drew is not committed to a date, but they're working towards getting open expediently.
as quick as the plumbers
Yeah,
can go.
Yeah,
the chlorine specialist is supposed to be here next week. Check that out, so. Fairfield is in water restrictions, so Choteau Fire Department is on standby. Any call at Fairfield, we will be rushing our tender to the south. So their swimming pool is full of water.
Mhm.
So that's where they're storing extra
I
water.
think they're supposed to turn on water this week. Do you guys
yeah,
know
that's
that?
what I've heard.
So it'd be about a week, Tammy said last
Yeah,
week.
well, yeah, it still takes another couple of weeks to get the
Yeah.
aquifer.
Yeah,
GID is usually the 15th.
And then has the city heard any plans on when, or did they miss that? The water main being installed into the dollar store?
I've
I've
not
not heard
heard
yet.
anything. Mike was gonna go talk to him last I heard, and that's all I've heard.
Okay, they called Passmore when he was the chief and asked him if he wanted any input in it. And he kind of referred it to Maples, so.
I know Mike was gonna go talk to him. It wasn't last week, must have been the week before.
No, that's a dig up the highway thing, isn't it?
no, that's
No.
there, but they're gonna have to pump water, I'm betting. They have to de-water a line to get it there.
Probably fill the swimming
Okay.
pool.
I'll ask Mike in the morning to reach out to you.
Okay, that's all I had.
Jody, Tom,
Everyone needs to congratulate Tom, even through COVID. He managed to get 4 years of training in and graduate from Institute, which it's not an easy thing. So he had his certificate, now he's gotta get his little plaques.
Congratulations.
So I have-
Now you can retire. No, I'm just kidding. You
Yeah.
can retire.
You shut your filthy
Yeah.
mouth.
I threatened when we're talking, I kept asking them when the big Gatsby thing was coming, because I want to retire before that. So it sounded like 7 years.
and quick, like I'll wrap this up here, want to say thank you guys, and I need to apologize to some folks, I need to apologize to city staff, to Jody, Tom, and Shauna. There are times in here, we are a very close-knit group, and that there are subjects and people's names that come up that can just push buttons. And
I'm sorry.
it's hard. It is
You.
very, very hard when you love what you do the way we do here at City Hall, and something or someone can steal your cheese. And part of the problem is we let them steal our cheese. I let them steal my cheese, and that's not a good thing. And we have got more stuff going on in this community right now, according to Jody, than she's ever seen happening at once.
The momentum is in our
I
court.
agree that.
It is,
Yeah.
and I know I'm sitting down, and folks out there in Facebook land, I want to sit down when I say this. I need to slow down on things, because there's other issues out there that I'd like to see addressed. And
That one.
no matter how
It's
good
official,
I
it's
may
on
be at
record,
juggling
Jody.
things, the things that need to have direct focus and nothing else distracting from us before we start undertaking these things. And just because my desk might not look too messy, everybody else's desks in here is going great guns, and I apologize. So know that. People could walk in here and go, what in the world is going on? But I wouldn't trade this job or the 3 people that are here in the mornings with me, Mike included, making it 4, because that's how we get things done. We are able to openly discuss things and talk about things in manners that most communities don't. And I learned that even more last week when we were gone. When, you know, I'm standing there watching Jody speak or Tom speak, and they're like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm here watching I'm supporting my people. You know, they're speaking. And if they get nervous, I want them to look in the back room and see me. I want those people to know that no matter where they are, Chotau's with them. And you guys, our community is very, very well thought of out there across Montana. Today, I also need to apologize to several people, Councilman Urja, Councilman Doyakos, Councilman Howard. One of the old hats I used to wear was chairman of Montana Employers Support of the Guard and Reserve. And today, for the first time since COVID, Montana USGR was able to have a boss lift. And you might have seen a Black Hawk helicopter, and a Chinook helicopter today flying around Choteau. The Army National Guard brought us up from Helena and into Great Falls, brought some employers from Great Falls up, some radio folks from Great Falls up, some employers from Helena up, and we had employers from Choteau, Fairfield, Fort Benton, Carter in the area come up and fly in the Blackhawks and the Chinook and get a chance to see what our Army National Guard people do. And as a way to show these employers that hiring a Guard and Reserve member is a good thing and that there is a support mechanism out there for them. So thank you to those who got to go. There were 73 of us who flew. And if I have the chance to get us back here again to Choteau, I will, and I'll get some other folks up in the air and let them know, get a chance to see what our citizen soldiers do from a day-to-day basis.
No apology actually necessary.
To you,
Yeah.
Stuart will make you pay.
No, I was blindsided with it this morning and I went, I don't know. And it is what it is.
The Army guys were great. They
Yeah.
enjoyed, and they enjoyed John Henry's pizza immensely.
Cool.
So we're scheduled to go again 24 May. It'll be our report meeting. In the meantime, if someone were to pop up, we would let you know. Otherwise, thank you, Choteau. Go to the 5 through 8 concert at the auditorium tonight,
6:30.
6:30. Otherwise, we'll see you guys on the 24th. Thank you, Choteau. Good night.